Bam. There we are. There we are. Seems like always so close. I hurt my back really bad. I got freaking vegetables in my back. Man. Found my hat, man. Now we got it. There we go. What up, Cricket 219? What up? What's up, Fogan? Kayla Staples. What up, Kayla? Brandon. What up, Todd? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Todd, you need to what up, Joey? I always see you here, Joey. It's so cool. Todd, you needed a picture on your YouTube video. Dude, isn't it like you get old? Oh, there's Ripta. I gotta get him in there. Add to stream.
What's going on, man? That's cool as hell.
Hold on.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Shit, I know how it goes.
I gotta put this over here. Wait a minute. Over here. That better? Where? I gotta figure out the
Oh, I know, bro. Dude,
it's so awesome seeing you, man.
Hell yeah. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you having me on. This is cool, man. I do a little bit with streaming, of course, but I've never seen nothing like this.
Dude, we can add like up to 6 people in this box.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. That's cool.
My friend Todd his daughter is fighting cancer. She's 7. She's fighting cancer for the second time in her life in 7 years. He's in live. He says, "What's up, Ripta?"
Hey, man. Hope you're doing all right, brother. Really do, man. That's tough shit, man. That's stuff I can't wrap my head around that, and I hope she's fighting hard, man.
Oh, she's a fighter, man. She's so tough. Jennifer Turner says, "How are you?" Jasmine says, "What's up, Ripta?" Matt says,
"What's going on, yo?" Like I said, man, this is crazy. It's a badass StreamYard is what it's called.
StreamYard, yeah. For like a year and a half, I was doing interviews, and I had some pretty big names, and I was putting my phone in my tripod up to the camera like this. And I was
do.
If I'm gonna, I have to like give full respect to the people I'm interviewing, and I really got to put some effort into bettering myself. So that's what I did, and finally figured this out, and I'm just happy I did, because when I'm interviewing people like yourself and I ask for your time, I want to give you 100% of me. You know,
it means a lot, man. That's cool. I know that probably means a lot to everybody else you've interviewed as well. That all comes with growth of the channel, man. And I've watched you grow. I mean, kind of from behind the scenes. I don't get as much time to look at everything as I'd like, but I've seen you come from a channel this big and just get up, and your stuff looks better. Every time you post something, you're growing. Every time you post something, it looks cleaner. I mean, that's all part of it, man. You'll be looking back on this in 10 years like, bro, wow, like I could have done it this way. And you're working with what you got, bro. My setups and stuff started the same way. One flat screen TV and one piece of crap Xbox, and trying like, okay, how do I get people to watch what I'm playing on this? I did the same thing, bro. Set a phone up right behind you while you're playing. No screen capture. It was just me playing my TV.
Yeah. I was just telling somebody earlier about how when I first started YouTube, I was holding my my little iPad thing up to my phone, showing videos in the corner of my garage in the cold. It's so funny.
How it goes, bro. The struggle is real.
Yeah,
come up is real.
All right, so let me see. I'm not used to where like the statistics are with this. All right, so we got 12 watching. All right, so first and foremost, RYPTA, it's such an honor to have you on, man. Just to have you on, it's like I've always I've grown up. I'm 45 years old, and I've grown up playing like Nintendo. When my stepfather used to say you had to unhook it from the TV because it would ruin the screen back when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
I always love stuff, and I watch you in your video games, man. And it's so cool. I'm always so interested in how you do what you do. You know what I mean?
It's man, it's a wild thing. I appreciate that. That means a lot, and it's crazy, man. Because everybody games. I mean, everybody that I've ever come across has some kind of memory or some kind of interaction through their life with a video game, whether it's an arcade game or at home or as a kid or still play or whatever. And to me, I love it because it's like, man, the fact that other people are interested in what I'm gaming, man, that's badass to me. Like that, it means a lot. I mean, heck, bro, we live in a big ass world with a lot of stuff going on. So for anyone to take a couple seconds and look at the game I'm playing, especially when there's a million other people playing the same game, I mean, bro, that's love. That's real shit. And
It's
that's
so
why I
cool
stay in
seeing
it.
so many of your friends in the same spot in a video game all at once. It's like, I don't know, about 6 months ago, because of you, I went out and got I don't know, 6, 8 months ago, I went out and got a PlayStation 4. Well, I
Hell
traded for it.
yeah,
And
bro.
I don't have it now because I got aggravated with it because I started playing the GTA, the new one, and as soon as I would get in the game, I was just getting killed by these people. It's like, what the hell is this, man? These people would be like,
Bro,
"Hey, you want me to pick you up?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm thinking these guys are good. These guys would pick me up and they'd all get me out somewhere and they'd all just shoot me. And
beat the shit out of you.
I'd
Yeah,
wake up
bro.
somewhere next to it and they'd go right to me again, kill me again. Yeah.
Bro, it's now the gaming community is full of love, like I just said, but it is also very toxic. I think you got to see a side of the toxic part of it, and all I can say is, man, if you got on GTA with us, it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't. It wouldn't be that. We keep you protected. It's a lawless land out there, bro. I've been playing that game since the day it dropped on Xbox 360. I've never glitched, never like. I always grinded the game how it was meant to be until I got a PC to start doing mods. Like I never, heck, once you hit like level 200 on that game, you don't want to lose your account, especially putting all that work in. And it was like, man, if I glitch and they take my account, I'd probably destroy my Xbox and everything else. So no, I'm not going to glitch. I'm not going to do that. And man, I could almost play GTA in my sleep now, straight up.
So what I did learn during the time I had it is that you get the biggest, easiest maneuvering vehicle you get, and I just try to outrun them and run them over. I ain't friends with you no more. You ain't talking me into shit. I'm running you over and going my own way.
Yeah. Well, and even nowadays, man, I'll say that I don't get in public lobbies much anymore. Like if I get on to film something like a little GMV or whatever, I go in an invite only lobby with myself. If I just want to play with friends, I get in an invite only lobby and I invite them. Very seldomly anymore do we venture out into those public lobbies, and it's because that same shit, man. I mean, you can't get work done. People are going to kill you. You can't even drive your car down the road and try to look cool because people are going to kill you.
Yeah, they're like, do you want to do this store robbery with me? And I'm like, sure. They're like, where are you? And I didn't know, dude. To look at the map, I had no clue. So they were like, oh, I see a blip. So I'd go help them do it, and then after they'd take all the money and kill me. It's like, I'm like,
yeah, with friends like that, who needs enemies?
And I'm just like you, dude. I don't care. I will bust that machine.
Yeah,
like I'm done.
Straight up.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, even that, man. Like it takes a lot for a game to make me mad, especially now. Like before the channel, before all that, when I was just an ordinary average gamer, not posting anything, not doing anything. I mean, man, I can say I've probably tossed a controller once or twice in my younger days, but I'm the type, man, it would take a lot for a game to get me to break it because it's always been so expensive. Like, bro, I mean, I remember as a kid, games were expensive. And then even once I was older, working, making my own money, it's like, man, you can buy one game every now and then, but $60 a pop. The controllers are $60, $70 a pop. Can't be breaking that shit.
Yeah, I
You
know.
gotta make it last.
You get a little bit older, you start thinking about that.
But bro, every now and then them games will make you mad enough. You'll rip that thing out the wall and throw it. Somebody will press the right button, piss you off the right way, it's over. No, man, I've dealt with toxic gaming for a long time, and I've tried to, even in the beginning. Like I hit a little crest now where people don't hate like they used to. But when I first started my gaming channel, and the reason I try to help the smaller channels is because, bro, that first year into anyone making a gaming channel, you're going to get hated on. It don't
Yeah.
matter. Like, it's any game culture you try to jump into, you start getting really good at a game and posting stuff you think is good. Everyone else that's good at that game is going to call you trash and tell you to put it away. It's like, man, the first year of anyone starting a gaming channel, it's a bitch. There's a lot of hate. And I try to help the little ones because it's like, man, don't let that shit stop you. I encourage anyone to record your shit. If you get a cool kill, make a screenshot, make a clip, post that shit. It don't matter if 5 of your friends are going to see it. Post it. Do it.
Cool, man. Kentucky Brandon said, what's up, RYPTA? And me, and he says, love us. All right, so I'm going to get into the questions. So my first question is, the other day you was like, now that's not gonna repair itself. You like merged two vehicles into one. Like how the hell?
I have one word for you, and that's Snow Runner. That new game, Snow Runner, man, is just badass. It is like a sequel or a predecessor to Spin Tire's Mud Runner. And even that, people call that 100 different things, but the game was Spin Tire's Mud Runner. It was a cheaper game on Xbox a while back, and it was a really cool off-roading game, but it had its kinks. It had what I personally didn't like about it was gray. It was like, man, every map you played was gray. There was no sunlight. It was almost you'd fall asleep 10 minutes into driving through the mud because it didn't look good. They made a new one. I anticipated it for a couple months. It finally just dropped, I think, April 28th. Man, it's a badass game, but it glitches. It's still, if you're playing single player, it's not that bad. There's a couple little kinks you run into, but nothing crazy. If you're playing multiplayer, pro, you see stuff like that all the time. You'll be trying to push your friend up a hill, little stuff like that happens. I've never seen it happen to that extent. Me and my buddy
like dragging a chain to like your hook on your car.
We had just figured out how to use the winches.
Yeah.
When you first get in the game with your friend, there's a setting you have to turn on, and we didn't know that. I YouTubed it. I found the setting, so me and him were screwing with the winches, like winching back and forth and then spinning in circles. We had been messing around like 2 minutes before that clip took place, and he decided to try to ram me into that wall, and it just did its thing. We were sitting there laughing and rolling and carrying on. I'm like, man, I got to clip that. I really hope that clips, man. Because people were going to wonder what the hell. Looked like they was fighting out back, set on a scrap.
And they both won, yeah.
Straight up.
All right, so before I get into the questions, the one question that I've wondered for so long is I've watched so much of your filming, and how is it an iPhone thing that is it only an iPhone thing that how you like click the, you go forward like click 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 click. In your videos, like say if you're looking at your stereo, sometimes you're filming your stereo station, or say
and the zooming in and out.
Yeah, how is that just an iPhone thing?
No, man, I
mean, I can do it looking out, but I can't do it. I mean, looking in. You know what I mean?
It's an Instagram story thing. Like that's only on the Instagram stories, and like while you're holding that little circle to record, you just move your thumb up and back.
Oh, really?
Like you have to stay holding it. So like while I'm driving down the road, I'll have my phone like this, and I'll be holding that button, and I'll be doing that to the beat, like moving my phone with it as well. A lot of people hate those stories. They're like, bro, you're gonna make me sick, man. I get nauseous trying to watch these. But
I always try to like mess with my phone. I'm like, how the hell? And you do it like so like like so small. I'm like, how the hell? Here I am like doing this with my what was the camera? I'm doing like womp womp womp. I'm doing like fingers.
I know, man. A lot of people have asked me like, bro, what is up with those? And I will say strictly, you heard it here. That's just me vibing out. It's like, okay, I'm really enjoying listening to this song or whatever I'm doing driving down the road. So I'm like giving you a little piece of the vibe I'm living at that moment.
No, you're a huge I can't remember his name now. Just over.
You'll think of it.
Your favorite musician there. What's his name? You're always playing Slim American, that guy.
Oh, Wolf.
Yeah, Yellow Wolf. I'm
sorry. Man, I've got a lot of like. It's hard for me to put a favorite on any type of music in the sense of like, man, I really music is one of those things that is a huge part of my life, and I really enjoy a lot of different artist stuff. But I will say that just about any of the Slumerican artists, I mean, you got Wolf is the main one. He's who coined it all, and like that's his stuff. But you got Cook Up, and you got Big Henry, you got all them kind of up under Wolf in the Slumerican culture. That bro, they're all it's that slum shit, bro. That's the best way to put it. It's not gangster, it's not country, it's not. It's all of it wrapped up in the right way.
All right, so cool. I'm gonna get right into the questions here. So, how old was you? I don't know how old you are now, but you don't have to disclaim that. But how
I'm
old
25.
was you? How old you?
I'm 25.
Wow, man. Dude, I have a daughter almost your age, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I still feel about 16 going on 17. But
Wow.
yeah, man, I'm starting to get the back pains and knee aches and the man.
Dude, I have a bag of peas in my back of my shirt right now from a cramp.
Man, dude, and these chairs, man, it's hard to find a good chair, bro. It really is, man. You sit in one of these any amount of time, you're almost giving yourself rigor mortis right off the rip.
Well, I at 45 years old, and I raised 3 kids by myself.
I want to commend you on that, bro. I watch like that's one of the main things that drew me to you whenever I first seen what your channel was and who you were. Is like, man, you are a great father, it seems, and like I'm only looking from the outside in, but I mean, bro, it looks like your kids are so happy. You're so sweet to them. And when I found out you was a single father, I'm like, whoa, bro. I mean, I couldn't imagine me and Felicia having a child right now. I mean, we're ready if it happens, I guess, knock on wood. But it's one of those things that it's like we have that foundation, and if it happens, ready for it. But I can't imagine it. I can't wrap my head around it, bro. I don't.
It's not a good time, dude. It really is. It's not a good time to have kids. Not right now.
All that you mean with the whole world being upside down?
Yeah, just the way the world is right now. It's not a good time to have babies.
Well, I commend you for it, man. I commend you for keeping them right and teaching them what's right and keeping them safe, all that.
Man, dude, listen, I've been all around the world in the military. I've been everywhere, and I, traveled after I got out of the military and stuff. And being a single father of raising these three young kids, they're 9, 5, and 3. It's by far the hardest thing I've ever done. By far.
I can only imagine.
It's so hard. I mean, it's nonstop all day long. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Man, well, I commend you for it and just keep on strong, man. I know that back's hurting. Throw them peas back in the freezer and break them out again. I commend you for it, brother.
Thank you. All right, so how old was you when you first started gaming?
What
got you into liking it at that age?
Man, I could say just about as far back as I can remember. Not my grandma that was more around. My grandma on my other side that I went to see every now and then. She had a Super Nintendo, and man, she was showing me glitches and cheats and this and that on Super Mario on Super Nintendo, like ways to get infinite lives and little back doors you could take and this and that. And I used to just sit there and play with her, but I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, she was the G at it for real. And I could say that there was a couple games on Super Nintendo that definitely started it, but then my dad got me the Nintendo 64 when I was young, man. I mean, it had to have been 4 years old maybe. And I had that for many, many years. I took care of it. I mean, I can't say I ever broke any pieces of it. I'd get a game like every now and then, and the movie rental stores were still a thing. Like going to pick out a Nintendo 64 game at the movie store was like, you did good in school or you haven't torn anything up in a week. Like that was what I looked forward to.
Right.
And it's like Nintendo 64 ended up riding out for a while, and my dad was still playing a lot with me when I had that. And then it was Xbox come out in 2001 or 2002, like right in the middle, like Christmas year. And Dad got me the Xbox with, it had a couple games with it, Sega GT 2002 and this and that. And that's where in my mind, I like to say my solo gaming venture started. Is I got that Xbox, I started getting into the Need for Speeds and this and that and Medal of Honor. And instead of getting on these games and just running around aimlessly and letting my dad do all the work, like me just play around, I started actually, all right, what's this mission? What am I trying to do here? What can I complete this in 5 minutes? Can I beat this at all? Can I beat it on hard? And hell, man, been gaming ever since, really. I took a short break through high school. I could say from like 15 to probably 17, gaming was not anything I was worried about. I mean, we might have had a friend would bring over an Xbox and we'd sit there and play Grand Theft Auto while we were all doing shit upstairs, whether rapping or on Facebook or trying to meet girls or whatever. But yeah, for like 2 years there, I didn't mess much with it. And then when Felicia and I got together, a little bit before that, I had gotten in some trouble that more or less took me from like, okay, partying and rapping and hanging out with my friends and all this crazy shit is cool, but I'm about to start getting in real trouble. So it's time to work and make something of myself. I started working with my dad. Felicia and I got together and I got me an Xbox. And I almost want to say, the rest. It's like, my gaming became, instead of coming home and going out and doing wild shit with my friends, I'm sitting at home. Felicia's making me some dinner. We're watching a movie and I'm playing my games with what friends are also playing their games. And man, it was like within that summer, Grand Theft Auto 5 dropped, Battlefield Hardline dropped, like a bunch of shit dropped that just cemented it. It was like, man, I really mess with this gaming shit. And heck, I've got friends that are better friends than me on this gaming shit that I'm running around with here in the streets. And it kind of became my escape. Anytime work would be driving me nuts, anytime shit would be going haywire, I come home, hit a bowl, turn that game on. Me and Felicia ain't worried about anything going on outside that door.
Nice, man. Yeah, I kind of sorry at my kid's age now, it's kind of hard. Like I limit screen time, but I really also feel like if I don't let them expand their experiences on the internet and stuff, that they're not gonna be able to make it when they get older, man. They just won't.
That's some real shit, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's some real shit. And that's one of the many dilemmas that I'm talking about when I say, like, man, I just don't know how I'd handle it, because my niece is kind of in that position as well, where she's watching everything we do on YouTube and this and that, and she loves YouTube. She spends a lot of time on it. And it's like, how do you limit that? It's like, you still need to go out, you still need to do this, but you also need to work on see how this online shit works, get how you can diagnose a broken phone, because that's what the world's becoming, man. Everybody's got one in their pocket, and everybody is doing something on the internet.
Yep. Especially these days, everything's online.
They told us as kids, man, you better learn your math. You ain't gonna have a calculator in your pocket everywhere you go. And man, I can say by the time I was 16, I had a calculator in my pocket everywhere I was going.
Well, they said when I was a kid, because I'm that old, they were like, all these cell phones are going to cause tumors.
Yeah, they still may do that. I'm not going to get on there like
they might kill us all,
but I could say that I wouldn't want to keep one next to my head 24/7, if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But we've been being bombarded with waves our whole life, man. Really, I mean, from the time we're born and everything's automatic, everything opens itself, everything cooks food in 5 seconds, and this. And I mean, we've been radio waves and all of it. We've been hit with. If it was going to do anything too crazy, it would have done it by now.
All right, so I like that answer. Well, so my second question is, what type of systems do you play on now?
All of them. Well, I mean, I can't say all of them, but all of the current ones, in the sense of Xbox One is still my main. I've got the One S and the One X. I really don't play my One S now. It's kind of like it's almost like a museum piece in the RYPTA33 Gaming Museum. I don't want to mess it up. I would like to keep it to where if I do have a child, and once he's at the age where he'll respect it, I could be like, here, man, this was the Xbox that started it all. Run it. See what old games are on there. But
he's gonna be like, what is that?
Yeah, like, man, get that out of here.
I want a PlayStation 20.
Yeah, exactly. But I play on the PlayStation. I got the PS4. I don't really like PlayStation, man. And I'm coming around. I had a PSP growing up, but I never really I mean, I played them at friends' houses. Other than that, I was always Xbox and Nintendo oriented. And as I was doing a lot of streaming there, like every week, 5 nights a week and all that, everyone was like, bro, you need to get a PlayStation. You play Xbox a lot. We all play PlayStation. Come on, man, get one. So once I started making a little money, like the first year in streaming, I told everybody, all right, as soon as the threshold hits enough, I'm going to use the money you all put into the channel. I'm going to go get a PlayStation. And that's what I did. So that kind of completed it. I got the Switch. I got the PlayStation. I've got the Xbox. I finally went out and got me another old Nintendo 64. I have an old Super Nintendo that's been in this house since longer than I've been alive.
There's nothing better than those old Mario games, man. You don't get no better than that.
Well, and it's a lot of people collect them but won't break them out and play them. Bro, I get wild hairs. I'll just like, all right, I'm gonna connect this thing up to one of these monitors to see how it looks.
I'm playing Zelda. I'm playing Zelda.
Yeah, exactly. So all I'm doing. Oh, it's raining out there. Yeah, you know what? All right, cool.
The problem is that back when I was a kid, like I actually had to play it to win it. Now it's like you get aggravated. You're like, I'm just gonna Google the answer. You know what I mean? Just like,
bro, you can YouTube it or you can buy it.
Yeah.
Half the time it's like, oh, I can't beat this level here. Let me just buy the expansion pack and beat all the levels.
It's so crazy.
Gaming has changed a lot, even in the sense of I was one that always took pride in having a disc copy of everything that I mean, every game I had. You know, it looks good there on the shelf. Keep them all nice in their cases. Now, like 3 of the games I own are on discs and everything else is downloaded. So if you don't have internet, or if you end up, you know, you go camping, but you want to take the portable box with you, whatever, you can't even play half of them.
Nope.
You've got to have a disc. And even if you have a disc, most of them won't let you play. That's the only reason I think the old Nintendos and things like that will never die. Just because, man, it don't matter if the grid goes down and the world goes out. We could put a little shack together with a generator, a TV, and a Nintendo, and that bitch will run.
You might have to pull in the game a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, and heck, honestly, that's kind of why I keep one around. I might be 60 years old out in the holler somewhere in a little wood hut. Like, well, I got my wood in for the day. I guess I'm going to try to crack at one of these games.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but I don't know, man. We live in a wild world.
The thing is like, you know, one day when you do have a kid and he's trying to play and you're over on the side going, you know, watching him lose, and you're like, give me that. I don't like playing with you, Dad. You always beat me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, not to say that's like the rite of passage, though. Especially if I have a child, it's gonna be like, man, you ain't no gamer till you beat me, son.
Yeah,
you better go in there and get mad. Throw that controller a couple times.
Yeah,
so you really get mad.
Yeah, you're so good at it, like he won't even want to play. You know.
Nah, man, it's even that, bro. Like I love gaming, and I've got my moments. I'm decent. Like GTA is one that, like I said, I could pretty much play it, man. I've played it in every state of mind. I mean, from stone sober and just sitting there chilling to plastered out of my mind and actually still trying to get something done, and everything in between over the past 8 years. I mean, I've played it with 5 different groups of friends. Like when it first came out, certain crew was running with me, and then they drop off. You start playing with more people. That's one that I wouldn't really mess with me on. But dude, this Call of Duty stuff, this PUBG stuff, and all that, man, I get shit on sometimes. I mean, I'm no top player. We can stream, we can have fun. I might get a couple kills. We might do something highlight worthy. But in the eyes of like pro players, nah, man, they'd wax me just like any of the ordinary.
Dude, I try to play those like you know, modern, you know, those 3-second shooter games or whatever it's called, you know,
first person shooter.
Yeah. I get in there and immediately I'm like pointed up, running around in circles. Like I can't even get the friggin'. It took me forever to get the gun pointed right on GTA, and I still can't do it.
Well,
I'm just running around, shooting everything.
The combat mechanics were good for the story mode, but for online play and all that, if you don't know them, you're pretty much doomed from the get-go. And like Call of Duty and Battlefield, it's all different. It's like you'll get used to one, try to play another, and it's a whole different world. So it really, with any game, man, I try to give myself like an hour or two just to get the controls down. If you go from, hell, I did it last night. Went from playing Call of Duty to playing an old Battlefield. I haven't played it in a long time. Figured I'll turn it on, see what's up. And man, the difference in the way that character moves it's insane. What are they saying to you?
You know Cody Fields?
Oh yeah.
All right, because he's talking crap to you, and I just wanted to straighten out because he said he's your best friend, and people are getting upset with him, and I just wanted to make sure that
hell, kick him out, get him out of there.
Yeah. Bye.
Man, even my friends are wild, bro. Up here in Kentucky, man, I got the ones that have stayed the most loyal to me are the wildest people I could have around.
Yeah,
like, and I can't filter them, bro. They do what they do. It's crazy, but that's funny. As soon as you said his name, like, oh shit, what's he in there doing?
He said, I'm being exactly that, a troll, huh? I always troll RYPTA. This YouTube just has a different name, but I'm Dakota, the giant he has in his pictures.
That's old Slamerican.
Oh, yeah, it's all good, man. Just, I want, I don't care as long as it's a friendly talking crap.
And even that, I appreciate you having my back, man. I appreciate you bringing like, hey, man, who's this guy? This guy needs smacked around.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, if he causes too much of a thing, I don't know how you.
Knowing he's your friend, I don't care what he says, man. He can say whatever he wants to now.
He's over. I bet you he's sitting on his couch rolling. He's in a mud runner or a snow runner party waiting on me. We were about to play before all this. He's probably just sitting there watching and waiting. Bored.
Cody, now you gotta wait. All right. So my next question is, all right. So,
sorry, man.
I don't know if we got. I kind of got to that. I'm gonna get your first console. Yeah, we did that one. What's your favorite role player game? aka RPG.
Well, there's a lot of games that classify as that, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but Grand Theft Auto would probably. I'd be lying to you if I told you anything different as far as my most played favorite. But if we're talking real RPGs, like what I consider RPG, man, I love Elder Scrolls. I don't really like the new online, but I loved the Elder Scrolls growing up, Morrowind. I really enjoyed those. I don't. There's a lot of games that classify as an RPG. 7 Days to Die was one I spent a lot of time on that, and that's kind of a survival RPG, I guess.
Right.
But if we're talking role-playing games, man, there's a lot of them, and I enjoy a lot of them. Far Cry is awesome. Red Dead is dope. I love Red Dead to death. Same thing. Online has kind of gotten a little dry. They haven't added a lot to it, but I'd say they're working on it, and I enjoy Red Dead a lot. I enjoy making Red Dead videos. They were supposed to put the Rockstar editor that Rockstar Games put in Grand Theft Auto is what I use to make all my GMVs. I really love using it. They were supposed to put that same editor in Red Dead.
I don't know what that means.
It's pretty much just an editing program within the game.
On how you like put your name on things and stuff.
Know how you make videos with different angles. So instead of my GMVs being all from the perspective you play at, I can go in and get an angle from across the field or bring it in from the sky, and just different video tricks and this and that. They put that within the game. That's what I've always used, man, to make those GMVs. And if they put it on Red Dead, bro, y'all are gonna get sick of my Red Dead videos. I'm gonna make so many. It's just it gives you a whole new way to make a video off a game.
That's cool. I was thinking about I don't know if they do this, but maybe one day that they'll make it where PlayStation can merge with Xbox and fight each other.
Oh no, they do. There's that Call of Duty that I've been playing, the Warzone and Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
that is cross-compatible. That's what the term is. Cross-compatible means you can play with any other system at any time. Nintendo is kind of the only one not in that, but PlayStation, Xbox, and PC can all play together on the new Call of Duty. Some of the first games to do that was Fortnite, Rocket League. There was a survival game that did it or tried to do it. But Rocket League and Fortnite were the two main ones that if you had a PC and I'm playing on PlayStation, we could still play together. Or if I got Xbox and you got PlayStation, we could still play together.
So I can get it on my personal computer here, like right here that I'm on right now.
If it'll run it, yeah. I play Call of Duty mostly on PC. I play on Xbox from time to time, but all the people I play with, they all play on PlayStation. Like the kids you see me posting clips with, they're all playing on PlayStation.
Yeah.
It does come with kinks, though. It does come with little bullshit, especially streaming. That's why I can't ever get people's game chat in the stream because they're playing on PlayStation. I'm playing on Xbox, and there's no way to grab their chat. They can't jump in a party with me.
So, Jet, next, I usually let a couple of people in the comments ask questions to you, and this question says Jasmine Hothy. She wrote, what's the weirdest thing that's happened to you while playing video games live with other people?
Woo!
Well, that could be anything.
A lot.
Beanbag, eating Cheetos.
So many things come to mind when you ask that question.
Yeah.
And I could say that I'll just say the first one that comes to my mind, and I wouldn't even say it's weird. It's just one of the funniest things that's ever happened. And I don't have to think hard. When Red Dead first come out, I was streaming I streamed the whole story. It was a very awesome story. Hell, we had a lot of fun with that. And then when online come out, we were only 2 days into it. And long story short, I run into a guy who he was a character that looked like a guy that had been burned. Like he was half white, half black, and like had splotches all over him. He made his character look weird as hell. And he was wearing like potato sack pants, had the rope suspenders, just looked like, what is this dude doing out in this field? Is that a zombie? And he come up and they have proximity chat where if you walk closer to someone, you can hear them talking. Well, he come up and it was a guy role playing and he was saying his name was Willie Dang. Oh, Willie Dang. And my buddy Jameson sitting next to me, I'm like, bro, you hear this guy talking? So we turned it up and I kind of started talking back to him. And this guy was in full role play mode. He's all, I'm Willie Dang. I came here to St. Denis from so-and-so. And like, he had a full life story and this and that, but he was acting real sketchy. Like he was going to try to like steal my horse or shoot me or this or that. So me and my buddy were just kind of like, man, let's see what he does. And I'm playing along. We go in a bar in the main town in Red Dead and other people come in and they're all like role playing. They all had little life stories and this and that. And me and my friends spent an hour rolling over that shit because, bro, it ended up being a fight and old Willie Dang tried to like shoot me and I ended up killing him. And then a bunch of people tied me up. It was a fiasco. And it was one of the things that I wish, like I was just streaming right before it happened and got off. It didn't get streamed and there was no way to record it. The only other witness to Willie Dang that I have is my buddy Jameson. And bro, like we still use it as a joke to this day. Like if I bring up Willie Dang, he knows who I'm talking about. And it's just, that was one of the funniest experiences I've ever had on a game. That dude had me rolling.
All right, so
appreciate that question, Jasmine.
Yeah, that was usually when I ask like musicians that I like, you're the first gamer. I usually like I'm building a story for the country rap genre as a whole, and I'm trying to go through the whole genre. Saying I'm building like a story.
It's a lot to go through.
Huh?
It's a lot to go through.
There's a lot.
There's a lot that's been.
It is a lot, yeah. But anyways, I asked that question to everybody. I always ask that question, like, what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you while being...
Well, embarrassing, that's a little I mean, that wouldn't really be embarrassing. There's been some embarrassing shit.
How could it be embarrassing? Like they can't really see.
It would take a lot to embarrass me, like especially on a stream or anything like that. I mean, I can say the only time I even start to sweat on a stream or start to like, I guess maybe get embarrassed is if I'm trying to accomplish something and someone keeps stopping it. It happened on Freedom Friday. Right. All I wanted to do was get everybody to the arcade and take a screenshot, and someone just simply kept blowing me up and blowing me up. and it wouldn't be that bad, but there's time that passes in between that. So for 3 minutes you're working on it, and then they stop you short, and then you start working on it another 3 minutes. They stop you short, and you got to keep that. Oh, you ain't bothering me. You ain't stopping me. But you're like, man, come on, dude. Like, quit it. You start to sweat, get hotter and shit.
That's a lot of editing, right?
It's not too bad.
No. Dude, I seen that one picture with the plane like up the building. Like, how'd you get the plane to go up the building?
That flying on any game has always been one of my favorite things. Like, I love flying. And flying on GTA is one of my pastimes, man. When I'm done with everything at the end of the day, I will get on GTA just to listen to the radio and fly my plane around. And I always do little weird shit like that. I always try to land it in the street or land it on a building or land it here or there. Landing on the skyscraper was something I was always pretty good at, like parking it and like making it hang like that. And it seems like here, like I got rusty for not doing it in so long. And then we tried it on one of the Freedom Friday streams. Almost got it and then didn't make it, and we kept not making it. So now it's become a tradition that just every Freedom Friday we got to try to sling that plane up there at least once or twice. And it's fun to do it full of people because then everybody can kind of like get out and crawl on the plane and try to see if they can hang off of it.
Yeah,
we just try to break the game, man.
I screen recorded one time. You guys were in like an office building and some people sitting down, and you were standing there just smoking a cigarette in the video game, and someone comes up and they're just like,
yeah, just dancing,
just dancing in your face. Like, it was so
GTA
funny.
is a wild world, man, and I love it that we can fill a lobby full and just cause chaos now. I mean, we can definitely have fun and do car meets and shit, but the fact that we can get in there and like everyone brings their favorite outfits and does their favorite shit, and it turns into chaos. I love it. It's like just having an army of gamers you can just spawn. Yeah. All right, everybody, we're gonna cause havoc. Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. That was like the whole point of why I got the PS4. I didn't know you had an Xbox One, but I wanted to find you guys, and
no, bro. If you want to play, we'll get playing on something. I mean, I know you said you don't have the PlayStation now, but give us some time. We'll get playing on something. I know you're a very busy man with all the little ones and the channel and everything else. And heck, I stay pretty busy myself, especially here lately. But we'll get some gaming in one of these days. Hell, I'll come up to you and do some gaming if I got to.
Sweet. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come up here.
I'll bring 2 or 3 Xboxes and about 10 screens. Come line your living room out. we'll have a whole LAN party.
Have their own screen.
Yeah. Even that, we've been doing that here a lot lately, man, is back home where I'm at, I have space here, and I mean, me and Felicia can fit, but if my friends want to come over, man, I got a lot of homies, and like it's like 3 or 4 of us trying to pack in here around my computer. It just don't work. So I'll just uproot my shit and take it to Dakota's house or Jameson's house for a night. We'll sit there, game out for the night. I pack it all back up, take it right home. Like, it ain't nothing to unplug a couple cords and move something.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to game with someone, we'll make it happen. It don't matter what it
is. Somebody wanted to give you a suggestion here.
What's that?
Totally Offensive Comedy wrote a suggestion. RYPTA buys a new game every week and does a Twitch stream called RYPTA's Reaction where he plays the game.
Oh, shit, man. What's crazy is, man, that's kind of a series I shuffled under the damn rug, but I started that back when Red Dead come out. It was RIP or Raw reviews, and it was going to be I take a new game, and I do I play it for a week, and then I give you, is it a RIP or is it Raw? And I did it with Red Dead. I put that video out, and I ended up deleting it like a year ago. It just, I don't know. I don't know if I got embarrassed. I don't know why I deleted it, but that was a series I was going to start doing, just like the GoPro Adventures or anything else, and I didn't just catch on to it. I appreciate that suggestion. Total Offensive Comedy is a dope-ass dude, dope-ass channel, and that's already along the lines of what I'm thinking. If y'all seen my story on Instagram earlier, all those games, last night I played 15 different games, but now that we're going to get back into a weekly schedule, we're going to kind of try to play a couple nights a week, get on it. I'm going to be playing a lot of different stuff, and it's like I used to do it themed nights. Is every single night was either certain games or I would do a theme. Like this is a arcade night. This is first person shooter night. This is just chill night. And then that's where the Freedom Friday was born, where instead of all the schedule shit, Freedom Friday, we have the freedom to play what we want, when we want, how we want. And Freedom Friday will always stay the same, but man, we're going to get back on the weekly schedule playing a lot of different shit.
Hey, Southern Belle. All right, so my next question is, yeah, I always wondered what Freedom Friday meant. Like,
that's what it is.
You could just do whatever you want on the game.
It was strictly formed over having a schedule every other night of the week, and then on Friday, everybody being, that's the main night everyone's playing. That's the main night. My friends list are full of everybody online, and everyone wanted to be play this, play this, play that, play this. I want to play. You do this, and it was all right. No, Friday, Freedom Friday, we play what we want, when we want, how we want, with who we want, and so on. And it stuck, especially like, I'm full of American pride. I'm always rocking American flags and this and that. And it just kind of fell into that theme. And before you know it, Freedom Friday was a mainstay.
That's awesome.
I love it.
So another question is, where do you see yourself in the near future? What goals do you have that you really want to do?
Whew. Man, past like 5 years have been a trip anyways. Like I've accomplished a lot of short goals or short-term goals and long-term goals that I had, and I still have a lot, and I'm still kind of lining those in the row I want them. But as of right now, man, the gaming channel is first and foremost. I'm trying to dump my all into it for the rest of this year, especially. It's almost like the universe is letting me, because the way the damn coronavirus is, the way the whole world shut down, nobody's doing nothing. And man, I don't care who you are right now. If you have $1 in your pocket and you're not sick and you're doing, you're living halfway healthy, man, you're doing better than a lot of the world right now. It's like everybody's trying to figure this shit out. Everybody's trying to make it. Everybody's trying to do what they can do to stay around, stay alive, and stay healthy. And it's right now, man, I'm working on the gaming channel. All I care about is keeping my family and my people straight.
That's right.
I don't want to say like check back in 2021, but it's almost on that level. It's like right now, man, all I care about is keeping what I got straight, keeping my people happy, keeping Felicia happy, keeping the channel rolling, keeping my cats fed and Dubert out of the backyard chasing birds. Trying to maintain right now is more where I'm at. And then as far as big goals, man, I definitely wouldn't mind getting the hearse back rolling clean again, and that's going to be in the works this summer. That's one of the biggest goals I have at the moment. It's running, it can drive, I can drive it down the road, and it's still clean, but I want to get it burnout worthy and big speakers in the back. Like I want to get it nice, and I'm probably going to work on that a lot this year.
I'd love to see that in person, man. That'd be so cool.
That's good.
Someone wants to know where can they buy Creekwater online?
It's I think Cask Cartel, that's CASK cartel.com, is I'm pretty sure that's a place you can still get it. And then it's available in all 50 states at any liquor store, but you'll have to like go to your local liquor store and tell them to order it if they don't have it already. First year of Creekwater it was only available in Tennessee, North Carolina, and a few other scattered places. And then it slowly grew. Now it's available in all 50 states. And I do believe there's Cash Cartel and 2 other websites that you can get it from.
Cool. There you go.
100 proof.
I appreciate
it. Will knock your hat in the creek. I promise.
Yeah. All right. So my next question is, is there like, I know you said you like all music, but is there a type of music that makes you play better? Like, I played basketball all my life, and if I dressed better, like if I put on some new Jordans and I, put on some nice clothes or something, I played better. Is there a certain music that you can put on while you're playing that makes you feel it, like gets you into the game, you play better?
Man, believe it or not, I cannot game with music. And I know
Really?
that makes no sense
Wow.
because I put music to all my gaming shit, but that's always more after the fact. It's like while I'm gaming, I'm more of the headset on, want to hear every sound in the game. Like I don't like distraction. I mean, Felicia will always be kind of off to the side watching some Netflix or something like that, but I don't really I don't put music with my gaming. Now, pre-stream or when I'm making my videos or when I'm sitting and editing, there is music that I enjoy that keeps me in my zone. And that is like I've promoted them a little bit on my Instagram, but that The Midnight, I don't know if you've noticed that band I've promoted at all. Actually,
Oh,
I was just listening to one of their tracks before this. They're like a they're like a 90s synthetic tech. I don't know how you would describe this music, bro. But I'll send you a link after this, and you'll listen to the song like what? And it just most of them don't have words, some of them do, but it's almost like some '90s nostalgia tech music. Like I don't know how to explain it, man, but that shit gets me going.
well, when I was a kid, because I draw a lot. I don't know if you've seen my videos of me doing the woodworking stuff.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah, like when I draw, like listening to music. Yeah, when I was a kid, I could draw anything. Or if I listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers, I could draw anything.
Hell yeah.
It was weird. It was so weird.
I know what you mean, man. We're like just certain stuff inspires you a certain way. No, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
Let's see.
Yeah, when I game, I listen to only 50 Cent. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Out here smacking fools.
What is it? Play a game or die trying or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, even that, respect to him. He is one of the first rappers that ever come out with his first or his own game. That is some real shit. I never got to play that game all the way through. I played it at a buddy's house.
Yeah. 50
You could,
seconds.
yeah, you could unlock music videos. I do
Yeah.
remember that. Man, that was so long ago. That was like '06. I was
So,
living in Florida.
see, one game I've always wondered what, how, and I know this might be off the wall or something, but like, have they ever made like a porn game where you can like have your own characters and like have your own porn scenes and stuff?
Oh,
That was like,
the,
I've always wondered, like, I think people would buy that. You know what I
I
mean?
know underground and like online, like hidden game sites for sure. And
They
then, like, man, I remember there was a few weird ones when I was a kid, like that I wasn't allowed to play, but I remember seeing like, what is that? And it was like there was a triple X BMX game that would allow you to be topless and shit. And then it was like a volleyball or beach game. I remember always had like naked girls and shit in it. And then Leisure Suit Larry. I never got to play it, but I remember it being a big ass game when I was a kid. And it was like all you were this Leisure Suit Larry dude that kicked it around your damn pad and screwed bitches all day. Pardon my French. I don't know what I can say. I don't know how to put that, but that's all you did. I'm pretty sure. And now you almost make me want to YouTube it. Be like, man, what was that game about? Because I never played it. I think it was on GameCube.
I've thought about that through the years. Like, because my brain's always trying to think of like entrepreneur stuff.
And you got The Sims, but they've always portrayed it a weird way. Like
Yeah.
it's always they get up under the covers and make weird ass noises.
Yeah, old turtle noises. Oh,
me and Felicia just watched
oh shit!
watched a thing on YouTube of like The Sims and how the Sim language was made, Simlish. Bro,
Really?
it's a trip. If you just type in the Sims language on YouTube one day, you get bored. You'll learn a thing. It's weird how they've always made the language in that game. It's crazy. It's called Simlish.
I'm trying to read these comments too.
No, you're good, man. I look up a lot of weird gaming shit. The gaming world is vast and wide.
All right, so see what else I got here. It was hard for me to come up with my own gaming questions since I didn't know. So I
Bro, you've done. I could say you've done good, man. You've
called
done
a friend. I phoned a friend.
good.
Okay.
Would you like to use one of your lifelines?
I'm not going to ask that question. Demonetized.
I can only imagine.
See, if you could be any video game character in the world, who would it be? Like
RYPTA33 on Grand Theft Auto.
Examples like Donkey Kong, Master Chief from Halo, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Super Mario, Luigi. Any character, who would it be?
Link.
From Zelda?
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I'd have to like that's the childhood in me's answer for sure. That's what come to mind is like, dude, Zelda is not all of them. I didn't play all of them, but Ocarina of Time, a game like, I don't want to sound cliche. That game is life, like a bunch of TikTokers and shit. But I mean, really, bro, Zelda: The Ocarina of Time is one of the best games I ever played. It really, like, that was the start of my gaming as a kid, and that game is very nostalgic and sentimental to me. And yeah, Link's a badass, bro.
Yeah, dude, I love Zelda. I love obviously Mario. I love oh, the one with, oh man, I can't remember the names now. Contra. I love Contra. Yeah.
Contra will always have a cult following.
Ninja Gaiden was one of my favorites, dude.
Oh,
or Gaiden, or whatever you say it. But that
Contra. That now, man, it's, you know, Microsoft and Sony and all that. They're realizing that people love them old games and they're remastering them for these new consoles. I mean, it's like, man, yeah, we can spend $1 million and make a new game, or we could spend 500 redo this one. Everybody's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Nah, bro. Like I said, I appreciate you having me on, dude. It's been cool as hell.
Yeah, man. I've wanted to ask you a question. All right, so are you, for the last few interviews I've had, I've started, I've made everything about the person, but I've always asked one question at the end of the interviews. All right, you've seen me grow, you've seen me, do the way I do it. If you could give me any pointers, or if you could give me any what's the word, just some sort of pointers, or what you would say that I could better myself as a YouTuber, as just being myself and what I do, what would you say?
Man, I really wish I could, but I gotta say that, like, I wouldn't have even accepted this interview if I didn't fuck with you as a YouTube channel. It's like I've only been able to watch so much, man. Like, I stay so busy in my own devices that I don't get to show the support I'd like to. I don't get to watch the stuff I'd like to. But man, like, I've noticed, said it before, your growth in a way that my advice to you would be keep on. Like, if you post something you think everyone's going to love and it don't really get the love it should, don't let that slow you down. If somebody's got something negative to say, do not let that slow you down. And at the end of the day, man, report on, review, and show attention to the shit you love. Like, that's what it has to be in the end. And I mean, I've only had a channel about 4 years now, 3.5, 4 years. So I'm still new in the game too. Like, I could use some advice, but if I could pass any on, it's like, man, just don't let shit stop you. And even just every day, if you can make some kind of upgrade, you're doing, and I don't mean like physical upgrade as far as you get a new device or get a new controller, get a new screen. If you can make a small upgrade in every day in some way, bro, you're on the right track. Like, you're doing what you got to do. It's all an evolution of it. It's all a growth thing. Nobody got to the top overnight. And it's like at the end of the day, if you're true to yourself and the shit you love, the same type of people are going to be around your channel. And that's the best advice I can give, man. That's what I've learned in this. And then one other thing I tell everybody is every interaction counts. Every interaction counts, bro. Every person that clicks, every person that comments something. It's not like, oh, I got 20 comments, I'm only gonna read one of them. No, every interaction counts, bro.
Good, bad, all of it. That I've actually, unless it's been like something negative, I've tried to heart and say something back to everybody.
Yeah. Well, and streaming is harder with that, I will say. I mean, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. Hey guys, I'm in the middle of this. I'm gonna try to make something happen. I'll catch up on chat. But as far as like post videos that are already edited and put up and stuff like that, it's like, man, I try to. If someone gave me 2 seconds of their day, I'll try to at least give them 2 seconds back. You know, it's like even some of the bad interactions count, bro. I mean, the way you handle the bad shows just as much as the way you handle the good. Straight up.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
You're gonna go far with it. Now, I have one question for you, man. It just popped in my head. Did you lose your channel or something a while back?
Yeah. There's a channel. LRPG is a friend of mine, Jen. He's just a rapper, and on his Instagram story, he said he was giving away $1,000. It's, dude. Okay, tell me what I got to do, dude. I raised 3 kids by myself. I live off my VA pension, and it's not a lot. So, I was like, all right. So he said, go over to his new music video, and he said, put as many comments as you want, and you had like 2 days to do it, dude. So for 2 days, dude, I went balls to the wall, dude. Like seriously, dude. So YouTube, I woke up the next morning and my channel was gone. And I was like, what the hell is that about? And then I went on his live on IG, and there was a lot of people that lost their channel for doing the same thing. I guess you can't do that. But like,
damn, bro.
Night, yeah, dude, and then I didn't I had talked to Mile High, and I talked to a couple other people, and they were like, just don't give up, man. Just don't let this defeat you. And it depressed me for a day there. Like I've worked so hard to get where I'm at.
I bet. Oh my god.
So I'm not gonna say it didn't bother me, but I was like, you know what? I teach my kids every day to try their hardest at everything they do and don't give up on anything. Because the only thing that you fail at is when you give up on something.
Straight up, bro. And then that just breeds more failure. Man, props to you for dude. I would have been fired up, son.
I was mad. Yeah. But then I went to bed that night, and then in the middle of the night, usually I check my phone. So I checked my emails in the middle of the night because I was checking on stimulus, which I didn't get at that either. So
I know what it is. They took my
so I checked my emails, and then for some reason on this channel, every comment, every channel's post, everything goes to, I don't know how to change that, but it all goes to my email.
Same here. Same here, bro. Yeah, it's a setting somewhere, and I have yet to change it, bro. My RYPTA33 email is full. It don't matter what someone clicked, same thing. So-and-so did this, so-and-so did that. It's full.
So I got up to use the bathroom, and I checked my email for about stimulus, and I clicked refresh, and I seen all comments on my old stuff. I was like, wait a minute, that's from my old channel. So I went back, and it was back, and I got a message from them, and they said, you didn't. It's kind of like, don't do it again. You know what I mean? You can't do that. So I was like, I honestly didn't know you can't do that. Like, you know what I mean? I was just trying to win $1,000.
Now, is this that channel, or did you have to start a new one?
I did start a new one. I got up to like 20 subscribers, and then that night of making the new one, I got my old one back. So
hell yeah, bro.
That was kind of God. God was like,
that was one of the times I remember, bro. It was like I stopped. I was outside in the middle of a field, and I smoked a cigarette real quick, looked at my phone, and I seen you talking about that.
Yeah. And
it was just kind of one of them thoughts like, damn, bro, man got deleted. That sucks. Put my phone back in my pocket, went back to working, doing whatever we was doing. But I wanted to ask you that, like, what ended up happening? And, man, I'm going to look a little more into your stuff and check it out. I'm going to share you a time or two. Like, man, I have a little more time now, and I'm trying to make more. So I'll be patronizing you.
That's cool, man. You just do you. I'm around. You know what I mean? If if you do, you do. I'm that person. Like, it used to bother me that I really wish, like I'm sure every YouTuber wishes that as much hard work as they put in that everybody would watch, but it just doesn't happen, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Even when I watch videos, I find myself just watching and clicking through. It's like you just don't like and comment, and you wish you could, but it just doesn't happen. But
those things, man.
I do this for fun. You know what I mean? I haven't made any money. I still have there's $70 in my YouTube because they won't send a check for over $100.
So you get $100, man.
I have it. That's all money people have sent me in donations and stuff. It's still at $70, and it's like it's still sitting
No,
there.
that's
And
monetization on YouTube has always confused me, bro. Like same thing. My GMVs get copyrighted. Like since I use other people's music, I don't. Any money I potentially make goes to the artist in which the songs I use, and then it's like now I think it's enabled on a couple of my videos, but it adds up to it's like same shit. I've been staring at $37 for a minute now.
Yeah, John.
And it's any video I think that will change it gets copyrighted. So
see, that's why I was like talking to people like what I can do differently, because obviously me doing reactions it's not gonna, dude, all the reactions get claimed, you know what I mean? And so, and I didn't want to live off of, dude, I love who I love. I love his music, and it is what it is. But I can't base my channel on hoping I'm going to get paid from that one.
For sure.
I can't do that. That wouldn't be fair to me, and it wouldn't be fair to just I felt weird.
The viewer, anybody. No, I'm with you. So it wouldn't be realistic to even expect that.
And
so believe me, there's people that try, son. There's people that try.
Until things, I'll always support it. That's not it. But Chucky V was like, you know what you can do? They saw that woodwork, and I sent Leroy that sign, and they were like, Chucky was like, dude, you need to film yourself making those and put them up. So I started doing that.
Bro, all of it. And I mean, I don't want to say like film every last moment of what you're doing, but it's almost, man, I'm about to do my Hot Wheel video that I promised a couple months back. I just haven't had it. I mean, bro, it's going to be, I have certain standards I've set for myself. So this video is going to take me like 2 weeks to film because of what I want it to be. But I'm doing it this summer, son. And instead of doing it inside or this or that, I'm doing this shit outside. I've already got the plan. It's going to be badass, but it's one of those things that it'll have to come when it comes. And just, like I said, don't film everything you do because that'll deter stuff. But what the hell?
There's the kitty.
At the same time, film a lot of, if you're doing anything creative, bro, film it, man. Throw some music to it and get it up. Dang it, Dubert.
Yeah, I'm going to show you something. I'll be right back. I want to show you.
Do your thing, bro. Sitting here watching my cat walk all over my stuff. I appreciate everybody that's coming here to kick it. That's dope. I ain't never seen no StreamYard shit before. Have you, dude? What do you think? Your interview is next. Don't tear nothing up, man.
I'm back. I wanted to show you this. I think I sent you a picture of this, but look at this. This is
bro, that is gangster. That is awesome as hell, bro.
I can't see the camera. There it is right there.
Man. Yeah, bro, that's awesome. That's cool.
It's
even that, bro, is like Hot Wheels is one of those things people don't understand, but you can have a love for them little things. Matchbox, Hot Wheels, all of it.
Dude, my son is it's all he does is play with monster trucks and cars and stuff. That's all he loves to do, man. He loves it.
I've gotten some very weird looks walking out of Walmart with all shit. Looks like I'd be buying it for my kid, and it's all for me. Like, no, I want this Hot Wheel track, man. I'm like, oh, whose birthday is it? Nobody's. I just want my Hot Wheel track.
If you want a sign done for your with your logo on it stuff, let me know.
Bro, hell, man. Even that, we'll talk about some compensation for it, this and that. I'll have you make me a badass one. I'll make sure you get paid good for it.
Oh, I can do anything, man. Anything. I do it all freehand too. So I see it once and I'm like, you know.
Hell yeah, man. Like I said, we'll be in the works on it, and I'd love to have a damn sign.
Cool.
We'll get one.
All right, dude. Listen, I'm not gonna hold you any longer, man.
Oh, you're good.
So
hell, Dakota's probably already in bed. He's got to work in the morning, so I'll be playing solo.
Such an honor to have you on, bro. Like seeing you on here, like it was like a goal of mine just to have you on. You've always been a good friend to me, and you've always been real respectful and nice, and I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate you having me on, man. Really, it's been a long time in the making. I mean, hell, we've been talking about this for over 6-8 months now. It's finally.
I'm glad it went.
Finally
And thank you to everybody in here being so respectful and being nice, and being just it means a lot. So
I appreciate you all chilling too, man, for the past hour or so. Well, we got hour and 10 minutes. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. Feels weird to be live and not playing some kind of game, I will say, but it's cool.
Where's your girl at? How's she doing? What's she up to?
She's out there in the living room, man. Same thing I posted my Instagram story earlier. Dad's hooking a new mount up for the flat screen in the living room. We've been switching some shit up out there. I'm actually going to hook up an Xbox out there so that me and Dad want to play Forza with the steering wheels. Wow. Me and Dad used to have the steering wheels for the Nintendo back when I was a kid, and now I have
sitting on the floor.
Xbox. It's a little different, and he likes getting in the old muscle cars and doing burnouts and shit. He likes standing in it.
That's awesome, dude. All right, dude. I'll let you go, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. We'll see you soon.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.